One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wake Forest offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Got it in the middle. It's Vick. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Mays. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
36-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the...
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Vick. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
The RPO, it's complete.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Looking for room. It's Moss. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The give to the back. Oh, and a move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Catch in the middle, it's Vick.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Going up top again. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He's got the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Fires to the big fella. No, he got loose. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down, just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now on 2nd and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Mays. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Vick. And the Demon Deacons brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
To throw, it's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. The official says no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half.
Timeout, Wake Forest.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the snap, it's Claiborne. Oh, he's got a chance. Nice move there. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
He'll pull it on the read. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Concepcion. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal and go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a third and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bussey. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain?
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Looking for room, it's Claiborne. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Demon Deacons are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gonna swing it on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mays. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Caught over the middle, it's Mays. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Men, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Demon Deacons really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Mays. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Mays. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Gonna look downfield again. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Got it in the middle. It's Vick.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Mays. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He caught it. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Demon Deacons had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Got his man, and he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
It's now 4th and goal. Texas A&M